So let's talk about how to not make this tougher than it needs to be. So I'll give you an example. When I was a freshman in college, I told you I was a walk-on, I was a recruited walk-on. So they said, hey, come play for us. We've got a spot for you, but we know you need to get a lot better, and you might never see the field unless you get a lot better. So my sophomore year, I went from, my freshman year, I was 80 to 83 right-hander, but I had to hammer curveball. Like my coach said, it was the best curveball he'd seen in 20 years. My sophomore year, I came in 85, 87 with that same curveball, 15 pounds more muscular, a lot of things going for me. So I was in the running to maybe be our fifth starter. And so when we went to our first weekend, I had put, my heart and soul. I was a gym rat. I was like a no days off guy for that first 2 years leading up to that second season when I got my chance to, hey, I'm going to split a game with our number one. I'm going to pitch the second 4 or 5 innings. And if I do well, maybe I'm in the rotation, right? So I get out there. He actually he hits his pitch count limit with 2 outs left in his inning. So I go in with 2 outs in like the 5th, and I barely get out of it. Like I fall behind, whatever. The next thing I go back out, it's like walk, single walk, and they yank me. So we still have 2 more games that weekend. I feel horrible. And it's one of those situations where it's like everything I worked for is all now gone. I'm definitely not going to be the 4th starter. I'm ashamed of myself, disappointed in myself. This is just a wreck, right? And you could easily come away from a showcase event like that or like this feeling that same way, right? Everyone here wants to go 3 for 4, throw 89, throw 92, hit 102 off your exit velocity, whatever it is. Everyone's got expectations, and it's really easy to come away feeling ashamed. And so I went and I sort of crawled into the weight room on Monday and told my coach, who I was close with, who really believed in me. He said, hey, how'd it go? And I said, you could tell I didn't want to tell him. And he said, I know this didn't go as well as you hoped, but as hard as you've worked, I think the final chapters on you are yet to be written. And with that, I sort of like sucked it up and I got back in the weight room and got back to work. And those lines have always stuck with me. They stuck with me with my second Tommy John surgery because those lines always apply no matter what's happened. If you are the author of your career, your story, your final chapters are always up to you. What you write in those final chapters are up to you. And so as you go through the showcase today, if you can put aside this idea that everything relies on today's performance, you're going to do so much better. If you are saying, I've got it, this is my big chance, and I've got to capitalize, things are going to get worse. You guys know what an inverse relationship is? It's whereas one variable increases, another variable decreases. And then baseball, trying harder is an inverse relationship with performing well. Now, trying harder means different things to different people, but in baseball, it means I'm going to try to win the game for this team, right? I'm going to try to go big fly 4 times in BP. I'm going to try to throw 92. What happens when you try to throw harder than you want to throw? You throw like eye level, right? And you walk the guy, right? So baseball is this constant battle between competing and focusing and giving everything you've got, but not trying to do more than you can actually do, right? And so for me, I battled back from that horrible sophomore outing, and I became the number 1 pitcher on the team my junior year, and I became a pro player later. And I got, like I said, I kept having setbacks along the way, but I kept those words close to my heart because I knew that no matter what happened, I could continue to get to work, I could find a new way to get better, and my final chapters were yet to be written.